my god, Jin! Oh god, I can't wait to see him next week. Oh, I can't wait. Seriously, you're like that impressed? Yeah, dude, I totally am. Also, hey everybody, it's Richard K. Reviews, still kidnapped by well, him. Yeah, hey everybody. Also, hello, Demiliovic. I heard your Blu-ray came out for the final chapter, and guess what we're gonna do next time? Guess, just take a guess, Joe. Take a guess. We're gonna finally review Resident Evil, the final chapter. Exactamundo. But, until then, hello everybody, I am Red Outlaws, solo edition, and, well, more of a spring thing too. Back to cosplaying. Oh, you tell that to heavy artillery armor that you have as a character. Give me a report. Whatever. Anyway, today would be a normal day of me basically going on and on about how awesome my DLC is going to be in Injustice 2. And he would. However, I had a on-call thing from the family. Yeah, me. Well, it's your show, Dick. You might as well tell me. My team, and you were in it for a while, too. Yeah. Good times. Good times. You got killed by Joker. Yeah. We'll just get to the point. Retro will be right back for my, well, commissioned review of Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. And you're not gonna bail. You're not gonna get escaped. You're not gonna get pardoned from the old man this time. No. Dick, I'm not going to get any of that for Bruce. Also, I'm pretty sure he's busy doing something with the Cosmic Treadmill. Wait, you know about that? Do you not have sensitive information I should know? Good point. Anyway. What's your name? Bob. Okay, Bob. Just keep the camera moving. Okay. Oh, now you're being other words here. Just shut up, Retro. Anyway, he'll be back for the review, and, I really need an outro, seriously. Wow, and I thought that was bad. Yeah, he'll be back for the review right now. That was a hell of an adventure getting out of those cuffs. Seriously, what the hell, Damien? Not gonna show for the sake of time and for this review. Mainly for two reasons. One, I know I'm a month behind when it comes to the Judas Contract, and two, I'm gonna forget a lot, well, I thought at first for spoilers reasons, then I realized, oh yeah, I saw that a month ago. Anyway, all that said and done, my thoughts on the Judas Contract. I have never read the actual legendary book of the new Teen Titans team at the time of the 80s, because I was not born yet. I was born in 91, in case anyone wants to know. Also, there have been a semi-iteration of it during, I think, the 2003 Justice League, well, technically Justice League timeline in the anime. Long story short, the good Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go. Ooh! Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Teen Titans Go. Sorry, Trent, or anybody who likes it. Anyway, also, new gloves. I'm gonna do something with, I guess, someday reviewer armor that I'm gonna probably do. Also, Backlash is this Sunday. I cannot wait to see Dean or anybody on the roster I like. I don't know, Shinsei Nakamura. When getting to the obvious, my thoughts on the book when it comes to the Judas Contract in question. It is a good book. So much so, I think DC Rebirth is doing their own version called the Lazarus Contract. Just another storyline for Deathstroke to follow around all the Titans books at the time of this recording, to basically, I guess, do the same thing with the contract prior. All that said, Judas Contract basically starts off as, well, a job for Deathstroke to basically take down the Teen Titans and use Terror, which was both prominent in both, now 3 versions of the story, so she's definitely a key player. Terror is basically the long, I guess, complicated DC version of Earthbender in any of the, I was going to say Avatar, but I really like horror. I don't know. Anyway, that storyline's not bad. As for this, she's basically a plant to be inside the Titans, earn their trust, basically be her own version of a hero, who also, in this movie, had a lot of flashbacks to her tragic childhood, she was from another country, so they obviously stoned her for being a metahuman, things like that. Kind of along the lines of the same thing like a X-Men plot, with a lot of their characters do, coming with upbringings of really bad countries that don't, have zero tolerance for mutants and things like that. Same thing here with Tara as a meta. And I think she might have done more crazier things to get out of that country if the flashbacks are any indication. Spoilers there in case anything. I hope I'm saying this right. If not, I'm correct her name in the description who played Tara for the animated version for this Blu-ray. Christina Ricci may or may not have played Tara. If so, I am a really good person and I have a really sweet brain. If not, to the actress who played Tara, played it pretty much beat by beat than how the original story implied. She was a plant from Deathstroke to basically go into the Titans and just start basically the most legendary story that the New Teen Titans at the time ever had, which was basically destroy them from the inside, use their weaknesses against them, along the lines of the same thing of another Justice League movie did too, for the animated stuff. I'll put a card for that trailer. It was a really good movie too. I think it was Justice League Doom. Along the lines, it's basically the Teen Titans versions of their Justice League Doom. It's basically they all got used their weaknesses against them. Like Blue Beetle, he got short-circuited with the bug in his back. I think it's Kaji Da, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not a huge Blue Beetle fan, mainly because I haven't had enough exposure with the character. However, I do heavily recommend Linkar's Blue Skying, a very long, introspective documentary of many of the Blue Beetles that came before Jaime Reyes. Link in the description for that entire retrospective. It's very well worth it. I'm probably a bigger fan of Ted Kord's Blue Beetle due to the fact that he was the oldest and most veteran seasoned Blue Beetle, even though he had the most complicated powers alongside, I guess, everyone else in between. Again, the documentary explains more of that. For now, my thoughts on Jaime Reyes and pretty much a lot of New 52-centric characters coming into this version of Judas Contract makes a lot of sense in the end. He's not in character, by the way, but Dick in this storyline does have the New 52 signature Reds throughout the movie. It wasn't really that much of an eyesore. There wasn't even an explanation to why he upgraded his gear over time. Best guess, they just probably didn't want to do that for the sake of, oh, it's complicated, oh, it's New 52, oh, it was a retcon, who cares? Or mainly because it would probably be a hassle writing it. So to whoever said, no, we're just not going to explain why he has the red gear, more power to you. Little bit of context, beefier armor, more Kevlar, anything would have been nice. It would have been a throwaway line anyway regardless, so I'm not really losing sleep over it. How everyone was when New 52 started. Anyway. Also, it is a very Nightwing-centric story. In the old comic, it was the debut for Damian, not Damian, I keep saying Damian. He is in this movie. I'll get to him in a minute. I'm sorry for mispronouncing everybody's characters here. Dick is in the story as Nightwing, as basically, in that book's context, the first time he ever used the, oh my god, 70s as hell version of the Nightwing costume. Believe me, in pre-New 52, back in like the 80s and 70s, you would wish you had something like this. This surprise, though it's only like a color change, not that big a deal. Oh, the first appearance was pretty cringe-inducing. Again, linked in the description for the image if you want to see it. It was a decent costume as time went on, but it needed to change, and thank God for the 90s for that, I guess. Or the animated series, I don't know which came to that conclusion, but either way it was not bad. The other reason why it's more Nightwing-focused is because, well, one, he was the first guy of his, age group to start the Titans. The opening scene, if I can card that, scene basically shows him before he was Nightwing, him with Speedy and Kid Flash and a lot of like very star-studded first generation Teen Titans characters, and it was a really powerful, like, to the point action scene that you're gonna get throughout this movie. It was very high energy, kind of the same lines of all the animation I've seen so far throughout these New 52 movies, and I'm not bored by it by any chance. It's still pretty good. As far as weaknesses go for the rest of the team, it was pretty much used effectively if they were in this version of the contract in the comics. As far as New 52 standards go, I don't remember how Starfire got kidnapped. Hang on. As much as I would love to make a long, complicated, I guess, kayfabe version of why there was a phone on, my bad, family. Anyway, for the traps, they were all pretty good. Again, like I said, I don't know what happened to Starfire, when she got into the final act, that half of the book. Another thing about, controversially, I guess, when it comes to the context of the, Judas contract storyline is that Terra is basically a teenager like everybody, and is technically in some sort of relationship with, Deathstroke that isn't really like, oh, I'm like your mentor kind of thing. No, like implied a little bit more romantically, and that scene was definitely prominent in this movie as well. Wasn't in the 2003 Teen Titans TV show, in case you want to know. Like, she was just basically there to betray the team and basically sacrifice herself the same way she is going to be in this version and in the book as well. Yeah, spoilers aside, Terra is basically a key feature of this entire story, along with, Brother Blood. Brother Blood is basically, the DC equivalent of, like, any hyper religion that thinks they were too good for themselves. Kind of like Scientology if they had, well, not funding, but basically if they were more evil, or, in case anybody who is of Scientology is watching this video, my bad in advance, but please don't flood the comments like, oh, we're not really like that. Gonna hold myself there, just for the sake of this, for the sake of keeping my channel. Anyway, Beast Boy was also prominent in all three, I guess, versions of this story now, mainly because Beast Boy wanted to go out of his way to, you know, make Terra, like, his girlfriend, and they want to have a relationship, stuff like that, and, everyone who probably have already reviewed this has said that Beast Boy was acting a little too creepy when trying to, like, you know, have an impression for, Terra, my bad if I'm messing up the analogy here, but the basic of it is, I think it was a strong relationship despite how his semantics were. Gar is basically his version of a hype guy for the team. He always was, even back when I was watching this, when it was on the Teen Titans television show, and the same thing for the books too, and even when he was with his own team. Name really escapes me at the moment, but if you want to look it up, I will have the link in the description for that, and it's basically their version of the Fantastic Four. I'm not kidding. So yeah. So yeah, Damien is also featured into this, as I've mistakenly pronounced his inclusion. Again, he's trying to be like this generation's, you know, leader for the Titans, which is like, he's heavily qualified, but not well liked around the Titans, kind of like Jason and he was during their actual book times. So that kind of makes some sense in the end to have that kind of like mistrust so far from that and Justice League versus Teen Titans. I think the only one that actually likes him, surprisingly, is Raven still, which is kind of a stretch, but I would go with it. That would be a nice relationship, honestly. Not because of the fact that our dads have really high standards for them. Anyway, Starfire is still acting veteran of the first generation team, leader of the new generation team, basically anybody from New 52 standards. She's done a lot better this time around. She's very active. She's very, like, you know, very, not really authoritative, very loving when it comes to her relationship with, Nightwing. It's very confirmed that, yes, they are having it. They have a relationship. They have an apartment together, because if they didn't, that kind of context for the Judas contract would probably be weird. Just, like, being friends and not, like, you know, what we all really think they're going to be in the end. Yeah, so their apartment scenes was kind of funny. It was kind of cool, in case you want to get an idea. Like anybody in a starting relationship. Please let me know in the comments down below if that was at all accurate to what you guys have to put up with. Please let me know. Anyway, as far as Deathstroke's chains, was basically him trapping everybody, getting them into the finale machine. I could call him a Governor Ex Machina, but I'm going to call it the finale machine for my channel's case, to avoid copyrights. To basically, Brother Blood's plan was basically to, like, absorb all the powers of every metahuman and Teen Titans member they could find, turn Brother Blood into basically their ideal god, which is basically a guy copying everybody's powers. And Damien, throughout all this, since he wasn't integrated into the story in both versions of the contract, he basically just got captured by Deathstroke, and Terra just, like, earthbended him into the wall, and I'll probably put a card to this scene, too. This was actually probably a really funny moment, and probably a good thing if you want to remember Damien. Basically, he's just, he's up here, he's being stonewalled, he's stonewalling the hell out of Deathstroke, and Deathstroke has his phone, just, like, trying to text him, like, where is he really at and stuff, just basically misleading them until they get captured. Later in the movie, he's like, nah, you're more of a dick, going undercover and stuff like that. It's basically, it was a really good scene, and to Miguel Ferreira, if I'm at all pronouncing his name at all, please link in the description if I did or didn't, mainly because, he is no longer with us as of this recording as well. I've already said it on Tumblr. I'll put a link to the post if you want. Let me know in the comments for that. And anyone who doesn't know who he is, he's a really good character actor. I've seen him, like, my first exposure to this guy was basically the RoboCop series. I know he's done a lot of TV work over the years as far as character acting goes, but as his final performance, if I'm not mistaken, please also let me know in the comments, of voice acting Deathstroke, it is really good. It's not up to Ron Perlman level, but it's, like, enough to, rival against it. It's very nice. It's very well received. He had, like, the zapper stick that was in the original Judas Contract storyline, and to see that in New 52 context is amazing, honestly. He still uses guns. He still uses swords like he did later down on his road as the Terminator. Deathstroke. Yeah, that's a whole copyright thing that I would love to get into, but I don't have time for this review. So I'll just do the sum-ups for everybody I might have missed out. For everyone's scenes, like, Blue Beetle's, like, subplot of basically trying to, like, have the Scarab basically, I know I just mispronounced the thing in his back, but believe me, Blue Sky pretty much knows what I'm talking about. Like, oh, it's been mispronounced, it's had too many powers, like, what I did was basically nothing. Please look at that documentary in the description. You'll thank me later. Anyway, the subplot for his end was basically trying to connect to people. That way he doesn't become a murderous, crazy alien, for those who've seen Young Justice. And basically be more welcoming into his family. Like, Jaime really wants him more than ever because he's basically married to this thing that he can't get it out if he wanted to. So, again, if anyone remembers that kind of context for Young Justice, good on you. Let somebody know in the comments. And he eventually got used to it because he was, throughout this movie, was trying to work at a soup kitchen, try to be cool with the people, and basic charity work kind of stuff. Sorry if my hair is messy. It's sweaty too, mainly because it's 90 degrees out here in New York, so I really gotta hurry up. Fight scenes as a whole was good. It integrated the team really well. It showed the team what they can do. It's a big action splash of how everyone's powers are and stuff. So it was not bad there. Now on to Terra. And if anyone who has seen or read the comic or the Teen Titans episodes I'm talking about here, she's gonna go. How she left as a character, passing, spoiler, she does die. But it was done pretty much accurately to the comic and pretty much how you would remember from the TV episodes. And it was really good. It was very nice. It was very rewarding, I guess, for her character arc to basically go, okay, I'm doomed no matter what. I might as well do one good thing left in my life before these guys go. And I forgot to mention this, but Kevin Smith was supposed to do like a podcast thing with Beast Boy throughout this entire movie and missed it because he was early and Deathstroke got him. But he had come back for the podcast at the end of the movie, and a couple of things. It was a really good scene for Beast Boy, and surprisingly Smith, of all people, to basically break it down like any superhero would if they were here in this real life in the news. And it was very nice. It was like a nice epilogue kind of thing for Terra to go out, and it was very nice. I would heavily recommend the scene if, again, it's in the cards or in the description. Another thing I didn't see coming, surprisingly, was Donna Troy might be sequel bait for a future Teen Titans animated movie. And I'm not going to get into that, not because Wonder Woman's right around the corner, and Donna Troy's basically Wonder Woman's psychic, no matter how anyone wants to retcon it. Okay, well, long story short, Donna Troy's had a lot of retcons for her origin, her powers, what she can even do as an Amazon. It's too lengthy to explain, so I heavily recommend Atop the Fourth Wall channel, website, if I can even get it in the description. He's tried to explain it to death, and I still don't understand. Anyway, so my final rating, if I had to rate it for the Judas Contract, is definitely a 9. If you've never seen it, it's a 9. If it's a 10 for me, because I did see the original episodes related to this story arc. I want to actually read the original storyline in the comics, and I honestly think it's the best that DC has tried to do since every attempt last year. I'm not saying it's like, the Citizen Kane of getting their, careers back or getting the animated universe back on top, but it's a really good stepping stone to hopefully really decent DC movies at the time. And no, I am not reviewing Batman and Harley Quinn, because I just know off the top of my head it's just gonna suck. Sorry. I could throw it to Red for like a Red Hood review, but nah, I'm not doing it, no. Link to the trailer in the cards, and with all that said, this is Retro Kid Review saying, rest in peace, Tara. I know, spoiler, but believe me, I'm rambling. It's been over a month. You probably know already. Yeah, that's one hell of a contract, huh, Deathstroke? Oh, previous video and end card in case anyone has, if it's on the screen. Alright. Till next time, take care, and, this was a DC review for Retro Kid. That's it? That's really all you're gonna say about my freaking report after all this time? Yeah, pretty much. So, can I get back out of these things? Seriously, they're tough as hell, and I don't have another assault rifle. Yeah, because I had to steal it from you. Okay, dude, when did I become the recluse? Seriously, we're talking about Jason in the same room, right? Look, I don't care. Just actual final thoughts, really. That's it. I thought it was a good movie, and you deserve all the praise, man. You did a good job. You didn't even mention my voice actor's name. Yeah, I know, I really should. But, oh, you would if it was my movie. Well, yeah, you're played by somebody I can actually remember. Ha, got you, I guess, dick. Wait, you were guessing? Shut up! I'm totally cool. You know what? I don't even know why you faked that voice. Aha! I knew you faked it! These schnozbears taste like schnoz. Wait, what the fuck are you doing here? I don't know, Logan, wanted you and me to, I don't know, do a Blu-ray check. Wait, a Blu-ray check? What the hell does that even mean? Yeah, it's like some weird future things, like people compare Blu-rays. No, you just want me to re-review your movie again. Maybe. If anyone wants that, please let me in the comments down below. No, guys, I'm not re-reviewing those movies. Said you. These schnozbears are freaking awesome. You're not cutting, Bob. You're not you know what? Let us know in the comments down below if you want to. Bob, I swear to God. Yeah, I gotta go. Later, guys. Have a good night, or day, or wherever. I swear to God, when I get in your armor, your ass is first, Bob. You hear me? Your ass is first! Oh, you're right, Retro. Honestly, these kids are just gonna bitch about anything. They might as well bitch about something right. And, I might do a react trailer to, that gifted thing, or whatever the hell that new, X-Men show is. Wait, seriously, we're doing that? Yeah, wait, we're doing it. Also, when the hell's Cable? Seriously,